This is After Effects Apprentice, Lesson 8, Comp 1, and we'll be messing around with the 2.5D functionality of After Effects. We've got two layers here, enter a new dimension, enter a new, and dimension. Those are our two layers that we are going to begin with. First thing we need to do is turn them into 2.5D mode, which you do by activating those two boxes. And when you do that, I'm going to hit the letter. Well, let's look at all the transform properties. So now basically, let's go into two views so that you guys can see what we're doing. So this is active camera, this is custom view 1. And so in position, we have our X value, which is the red arrow. We have our Y value, which is the green arrow, and then we have the blue arrow, which is our Z arrow, which moves the object or the layer towards or away from the lens. So I'm going to scrub that and you will see what that looks like. Okay. So then there are ways to there's two different ways to rotate the layers. There's orientation, which has the X, Y, and Z components all in one. And then there's ways to independently rotate each layer. So this X rotation and this X rotation are functionally the same thing. They're separated because of this tool up here called rotation. Okay, and so basically if you click on that, I'm going to click and hold on the Z, and I'm going to drag left and right, and you will see then down in orientation that the numbers are changing by degrees. I can do the same thing by clicking and holding on that, and the same with the Y. And all of them are keyframeable. After Effects suggests that you use orientation to pose the layer the way you want it, and then you use X, Y, and Z independently to animate their functions. One last thing that I want to show you is how to make a layer disappear in 2.5D. Let's start. We will set this at 90. And so even though you see this red line, this is effectively invisible in After Effects. And with our dimension layer, let's do that with the X layer. We'll set that at 90. And you'll see that they are invisible here, and then you can keyframe them on for a reveal. Okay. So that's some of the basic stuff you can do with the 2.5D tool. Now let's go ahead and keyframe our comp so that we can turn in a composition to be graded, huh? So let's start with keyframing rotation. I want to, for the upper layer, I want to keyframe a Y rotation. So we're here at 0, so right around 49 or whatever. We'll keyframe a position, and then we'll go to second 3, and we will rotate here so it's still legible. Okay, and then we will do the opposite with dimension. We'll keyframe that about there, come down to 3 seconds, and do the exact opposite. Okay, and is 3 seconds for this composition. So that is basically the rotation edit. So now we're going to just do a simple Z-frame. So where they end is where we want them to be. So we will keyframe the positions at the end to where we want them to be. Then I'll hit the home button to go to the beginning of the comp. And now I am going to push enter a new dimension away from the lens, enter a new away from the lens, and dimension towards. So let's grab the Z and we'll just push it there, and I'm going to push dimension all the way towards us till it actually disappears and can make a grand entrance. Alright, so let's preview that. Okay. And now, you know, I want it to land sooner so we can see the rotation. So let's go ahead and pull the position to second 2. Take a look at that. Alright. And let's ease the landing. And deliver something that looks like that.